Good day, everybody. Happy Easter to everybody watching at home, and welcome to the GiwiCast live stream of today's game of Málaga against Linares Deportivo. We are just 5 minutes from kickoff, so it gives time for me to introduce my fellow co-host. That is the one and only Luke Chambers. How you doing, Luke?
I'm very well, mate. How are you?
I'm not doing too bad. Nice, chilled 4-day weekend so far. Bit of walking, bit of food. All the pleasantries. What about you?
Can't beat it, mate. And one thing what is nice is that we're sat here in sunny UK while it's absolutely pissing it down in Spain. How often do we get to say that?
We never get to
This is
say
our
that.
moment. This is our moment.
No, we were just saying that obviously it's Easter. Well, it's Semana Santa in Malaga at the minute. You know, a huge part of the calendar in Spain, massive religious festival. So the stadium is looking a lot more emptier than usual. Let's to put it kindly. Even looking towards 5 through 8, it looks very, very bare. Maybe everyone's just escaping the rain so far, Luke. But yeah, it looks different. It's not what we've come to expect so far this season, is it?
It looks very much like the old La Liga days when everything started going wrong. But as it's showing you the Linares team at the moment in the background, it does very much look like everybody's piling under the roof, the roof stand.
Oh, it really does. Like, even just looking at the badge just then, sort of like getting absolutely soaked with rain. It's been really bad weather, but needed weather. Required weather is probably the way to describe it, because obviously all the issues we're having with the water and things like that.
I was thinking, Nick, have we had a rainy stream yet? I think this could be the first of the season.
I don't think so. I've definitely seen Matt sitting in the rain at some point at La Rosaleda on a cold Tuesday night, maybe. But I think this is definitely the first rainy stream, and fair play to all those people sat there.
It looks crazy. It looks so bad.
it just looks really unusual as well. But we've got both sides out here, and I must say, kit aficionado amongst us, the Linares away kit is an absolute fucking beauty.
Yeah,
it
100%.
was stunning.
I knew where you was going there, Nick, and I'm glad you finished it in that way. That is a stunning kit. It looks a little bit like Castellon's away kit, which I kind of fell in love with at the time.
Yeah, not far away. So if people aren't watching the stream that we're watching right now, they've got kind of like a really kind of like British racing green kind of colour to it, with gold trim in Adidas. So it looks brilliant. But yeah, less about Linares, more about Málaga Club de Football and the starting 11 today. You can see it ticking across your screen at the moment. Paysera's rung the changes since last weekend's game against Algeciras. So we've got Don Alfonso Herrero awarded for his heroics with the captain's armband. Puga, Monte, Einar, and Victor returns as well. Juanpe plays alongside Molina in the centre midfield, with Larrubia just ahead of him. And then there is Ferrero, Roberto, and the return of the man of the day, Kevin. Luke, what do you think of that? Is that a strong side? Is that what you expected?
I've got no complaints whatsoever. Puga played very, very well in the previous home game. Kind of unlucky to lose his place to Joaquin, but Joaquin's been one of the best players this season, I suppose. I'm very happy to see Kevin back. I do believe that we are a better team when Kevin is playing. Besides that, there's not too much I'd change. Juanpe, does he deserve his second chance? It's probably down to the injury to Genaro. But yeah, there's a certain body on the bench, which I'm very excited. I don't think we're going to see him personally.
No, it would be a rush back if we did. But
yeah, unless it's, and especially in a empty La Rosaleda, fair enough if there were 25,000 and bring him on for the last minute or something just to get the fans cheering. But I don't really see the point in bringing him on today unless he is 100%.
Not in this wet weather either, because you know what he's like. No. He'll probably slip and break his hip or something. But
exactly.
If I was, who's that commentator who always has like the really jazzy introductions and things like that? His name has just gone from me now, but he will kind of make one around. It's the day of Easter, Semana Santa, and there is a resurrection, but it's not the one you think. It's Ramon. He's back again.
Ramon's here. Let's go. We're going for Nick.
Yeah, I'm starting to see some of them roll in here. So, Steve Jackson's got in touch, and, he's gone for a 2-0 to Malaga. Roberto with both. Do you know what, Steve? I'm going to go with you on that one. I think this has got a comfortable win written all over it. But I think, just maybe like a couple goal margin. What about you, Luke?
Yeah, my feelings are the same. I don't know. I'm feeling very, very confident about this. I've personally gone for a 3-0 victory.
Wow,
I
3-0.
will go with Stevie Jackson with a Roberto double and Kevin. We'll go with Kevin.
Kevin, someone made a comment about Kevin on our Facebook before, which is a completely valid comment as well. So like I said, I'm not going to point names like that. He just says he's got everything he needs to be a great footballer, but he fails to take on that man, and he fails to drive at people. When you're blessed with that kind of pace and that natural ability on the ball, do you think Kevin has been like too hesitant as a footballer?
I think sometimes it's just the kind of player he is. I mean, I know we put our players next to all kinds of players, and I've said Jack Grealish a few times. Interestingly, today when Matt said even in Kevin's first ever game, he resembled a Jack Grealish kind of thing. So like, if we're saying a Grealish, he doesn't run at players. He either draws a foul or sucks a defender in. I think Kevin can do both. So I would personally like to see him drive a little bit more.
It's definitely something that Kevin could do. Is Roberto's strong goal here? Very well done from the Linares goalkeeper to react to that. That was a tidy through ball there from Juanpe. Very unusual.
I'm finding this very strange, Nick. Watching an empty Rosaleda.
Yeah, it's not often you get to see that much blue in there that aren't shirts. It's not often you get to see
exactly.
So.
Hola, Frederic. ¿Cómo estás, amigo?
Hola, Frederic.
As Frederic says, Nick, the pessimist in me says 0-0. That is exactly what me and Alex were saying last week. But hopefully 2-0 Roberto and his surprise goal from Ramon. Yes, well, that would liven this game up. That would liven this stream up.
I think that would be the catalyst for like just a mad end of season fucking going for it. How many beers you got there?
Yeah, I'm loaded with beers. There's another 2 if needed. And I tell you, if Ramon does score, these will all be down very quickly.
No, they will. And as you can see, probably ticking across the bottom of your screen, Malaga, the second to last game of this match day. So everyone else has really played apart from Recreativa Granada, I think it is. But just some looking around the grounds. So at this moment in time, just because of the fate of drawing this match as it stands, Malaga actually jumped up to third because Ibiza lost to San Fernando today, 1-0 away over in Cadiz. Cordoba got a draw yesterday as well, which is very, very interesting. Very unusual. The first draw they've had, first time they've not won in ages, isn't it, Luke? So they're still in second, but only on 61 points now. And unfortunately, it couldn't all be great news. Castellón did get the win. They beat Recreativa Huelva, which incidentally, Luke, also means next weekend's opponent, Ceuta, have jumped into the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, Ceuta over the last few weeks has been one of the most informed teams in the league. And we know as it's a kind of a geary cast meetup next week, we know the script, we know how it's going to go. We would play the most informed team in the league. But yeah, it's just a shame that... Great tackle. Yeah, it's just a shame that Castellón got the 3 points because, like you've just said, record of a dropping points. It's a great opportunity for Malaga to get them points back.
It is, and Ferrero's out here on the left-hand side as well now. Got Kevin and Victor for company. Ferrero tries to wrap his shot away, but he hits the player and the ref at the same time. But yeah, no, I think, to be fair, the one that I would have put down as like being a bit of a banana skin this weekend for anybody would have been Castellón losing to Recre. Yeah, you'd thought that they'd be looking for the challenge on that one, but good day to you, Anston. Thank you for joining us. Anston's gone for a 3-1 win.
Yeah.
So not all plain sailing in Anston's world.
I think at this point in the season, Nick, it's just about getting them 3 points.
Absolutely.
3 points. Okay, I know we've sat here all season and maybe moaned about the performance sometimes, but for me, it's just get that 3 points.
Well, it's interesting as well because if we do pick up the extra points, the table will look quite favourable for us, really, because we'll go 2 points ahead of Ibiza. But we'd be catching up to Cordoba quite easily. I think we'd only be something like 3 points behind, 2 points behind, something like that. And it again puts us well within sight of Castellón as well. Don't get me wrong, they are 9 points clear as things stand. But if you can get that by within 3 games, they've got quite a tough looking April.
I was just looking into it then. So obviously Intercity away.
Oh, Roberto, the keeper is absolutely nowhere.
Intercity is one of them teams you just don't know what to expect. They played very well at home to us. To be fair, in this league, I mean, even Linares away, Murcia away. I think that running is very interesting, Nick. 3 of the last 4 games, Real Murcia away, Ibiza at home, and Algeciras away. That's not easy in my eyes.
No, tough games that. Like you say, don't get me wrong, we've got Ceuta coming up to La Rosaleda next weekend, then a trip to Athletic B, I think it is.
Yeah, so for anybody who doesn't know the fixtures, I'll just quickly run through ours. We've got Ceuta, Atletico B, Real Murcia at home, Cordoba away, Merida at home, San Fernando away, Antequera at home, and Real Madrid Castilla away. In truth, our running is more favourable. Obviously, we've got the very tough away tie in Cordoba. But besides that, I would expect us to win every home game remaining, for sure.
Yeah, you'd like to think so, wouldn't you? You'd like to think so. And I think even going away to places like Atleti Bay in a couple of weeks' time, that'll be, a good opportunity to pick up some points a weekend when everyone else has got harder games. But yeah, Kevin's gone down here clutching his leg. That's not ideal. The man of the day, as we said, he's just back from injury, isn't he?
Yeah, I always find it a strange one when a player misses a couple of weeks and then he starts straight away. I mean, obviously these see him on the training ground, so they know best of all. But I don't know. It's like a couple of weeks ago when it was San Luqueño away, and he said that Manuel Molina and Roberto was very, very close to playing. It's like, well, why not put them on the bench? We needed them.
Oh, thank God for that. Yeah, no, that's absolutely right. When we are looking a little bit light at the minute, Luke, as well, like we've lost Canaro. For me, the Juanpe performance last weekend, I would have completely taken him out the firing line.
Yeah, 100%. He looked disinterested.
Yeah,
just going back to the previous point, Nick, when we said that Roberto and Manu were very, very close to starting against San Luqueño, 2 of our best players this season, that could be the difference in terms of if we was 2 points closer to the 3 we're hopefully going to pick up here. You've just been mentioning the margins between Castellón and ourselves. Was that not worth a risk of putting a Roberto and a Manu on the bench for the last 10 minutes? Surely. They were back in training the day after.
You'd think so, but just very quickly, Linares here gets a shot away. Safe hands from Alfonso Herrero. Straight out.
I don't know if we've done Linares a distant justice here, Nick, because they're looking quite good on the attack.
They're playing good football, to be fair. I'll give them that one. They look good and they're playing good as well. That's half the battle. I don't know if you ever had a kit when you were playing, Luke, but if you look good, you feel good, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, I'm always the David Beckham of the Donny leagues, etc. So yeah, I was the name on the Preds.
Yeah,
socks pulled right up.
Those aren't natural blonde highlights, are they, Luke?
Exactly. Come on. I had a stage because when I was junior kind of thing, I was always a right winger. I've always been that player who plays anywhere. I mean, went from the fast right winger to centre forward to midfield. I ended up as a right back in the end. I know that sounds like a declining career, but
Wayne Rooney.
During my spell up front, I did the old Fernando Torres, the white socks over the sock. Oh, I'll tell you what, it worked.
You were that
guy. Worked in the Donny Senior Division 2 league at the age of 16.
I can just see it now, Luke. And
honestly, you saw the penalties. You saw the penalty the other day. Ice in the veins.
Ice in the fucking veins.
I've had a message off Paul Hennehan. Nick, unfortunately, Paul's out for a meal today, so he's unavailable to watch. I know he's a big fan of watching the streams.
Well, on the Juanpe front, I don't think he deserved to keep his place on the back of last weekend's performance. Like you said, look disinterested, just didn't look up to speed at all, in my opinion. But then you look, we've got Isa Marino available, and I would argue that he's more in a Genaro kind of mold. Do you know what I mean? Like, the big reason we've had a lot of success is how well Manu and Gennaro have complemented each other. And if you're going to try and rub out like for like, you know, I would have gone with Marino rather than going with Juanpe, because I think Juanpe is just going to get too close to Manu Molina. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's been quite strange. I mean, granted, there was a lot of injuries as Manu whips in a free kick, headed away comfortably. Yeah, so obviously during January and December, we had quite a few injuries, but we saw the likes of Antonito, Isa Moreno, Aaron Ochoa Maloney regular. It seems like, I don't know, it's not as if he's lost his faith in Izan because he's a very young kid, but like you said, Nick, why not play him in this kind of game? If anything, I hope the boy goes on for a great Malaga career, but if anything, this can put his price up by playing the kid as well.
Yeah,
we heard links with Real Madrid in the summer and things like that, but nobody's going to pay for somebody who's played 3 games or something.
Oh, lovely ball in from Ferrero. Oh, Roberto tried to get in front of his man there, but it's been pulled back for a foul on the Rentero.
He looks a beast.
Back.
Is that Frank Leberth or Kalina? It sounds like we're very much on time in here, Nick. Is this one of the first times this season we've got an equal clock? I've got 10:50.
I think it is. Yeah, I think we've got. I'm going with the new setup here, so I'm hoping the new setup's working well for me. But I'm on 11 minutes bang on right now.
Yeah, we're good. We're good here. We're good.
So, and we're looking all right. To be fair, I'll give him that. You know what I mean? Like a couple of counter attacks from Linares in the first 10 minutes, but we've had our chances as well.
Yeah, it's a very open game for sure.
Just pull back from here. There's a little bit of needle between here. Not forgetting as well. This is kind of like a derby. Kind of like it's certainly an Andalusian-based derby. Linares not too far from Jaén, if I remember rightly. I might be corrected on that one, but
I think so.
Yeah, one of the 9 Andalusian teams in this league.
It's brilliant. It's as if every game's got a little bit more meaning to it. They're not huge derbies. They're not like your Manchester derbies or Merseyside derbies, but they're just fun derbies. We'd rather be doing this than playing Celta Bay or something like that, or just some pointless
team. Absolutely, yeah. The other leagues, Grupo Uno is absolutely dog shit, and
it really is. It really is.
In the playoffs at the minute, I had a little look at this yesterday. Deportivo leading the way, which a turnaround, by the way, is fucking sensational considering where they were in November when they sacked the manager and changed it all around. They were like 14th or something, and now they are top. No signs of stopping them. And then you've got like Barça B in second. You've got Celta Fortuna, which is their kids. Oh, big wipe out on Kevin. That's got to be a yellow, that. Rentaro, with maybe a bit of revenge on there. He's just cut right across him. He's clearly beating his man.
He's not lasting 90 minutes. Leberth is not lasting 90 minutes. Going back to your Depot comment, Nick, since sacking their manager, they've lost 1 game in 19.
Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Hence why they are walking away with it. So currently in the playoffs, we have Barcelona B, Gimnàstic, Celta B, and Ponferradina with Leonesa. To be fair, their playoffs is gradually starting to walk away now. Ponferradina 4 points clear of Cultural Linense.
Well, that's the big
thing. We're looking at I dare say we know the playoff teams from both.
It's certainly getting that way. I think maybe the interesting one will be Recatui for Huelva and Ceuta maybe going toe-to-toe for that last place.
Great position here, Nick.
Positioning, doesn't it?
Brilliant position here. Who's going to take it for it? I'd like to see Victor whipping this in, I think.
Ferreira's going close to goalkeeper. It's over the top.
Ooh.
And it's cleared away. Only as far as Victor, though. Recycles it well. Ferrero, who's been playing on the left a lot in this game so far, to be fair.
The guy just oozes quality.
He does. People at the back post.
Finish.
Lena.
Manu.
Oh, Manu. Manu.
That's one. How's Sonny doing? That's one for the highlight reel, that one.
If that had gone top corner.
You would have walked. You would have walked.
That would have been
game over. Fuck this shit.
Not watch anymore. So I feel like I need to move my hat around as well. Actually, I put my hat backwards on because I thought you'd have yours forward. So I'm going to go with mine forward.
I've tried to go for this new thing. Like I don't go outside like this, but it kind of works on here. But I think we're all just trying to be like Matt Harrison in a way, aren't we?
It is. It's Matt Harrison vibes.
It really is.
I just can't do my hair today. It's Easter Sunday. Jesus doesn't want me to do my hair today.
Interestingly, to the listeners and the viewers, so I'm sure a lot of you have seen on the socials that there is a fan group who bring out a fanzine called La Rosaleda Fans.
Yes.
Interestingly, Chris Marquez of the Geary Cast had an interview this week, and they have published it. And today's program or magazine. Today's it's been out, and the Geary Cast is very, very heavily involved. Matt has a copy, and it looks fantastic. Nick, it really does. Them guys are doing great work.
It's incredible what they're doing in terms of the fanzine, getting it out for every home game as well. Oh, the ball's over to Kevin. Sorry, just to say that. Can he keep it in? No, he cannot.
Yep.
Cannot. But yeah, it's a great reading. If you follow them on social media as well, they really, really are good guys. And the thing I take away from it, Luke, I don't know about you, it's just weird to see yourself in a magazine.
It's crazy. It really is. I mean, Matt sent the picture saying he's grabbed a couple of copies, and then you click on the next picture, and I'm like, Laura, look, you're in this Málaga fan program. No, those guys are there. Like written in Spanish, obviously, but I think I'm sure Keith's he's been lucky enough to collect the previous 3 out of 5 or something, but it's a real collector's item. I mean, I don't know where to find the guys at the stadium, but if anybody can, get your copies in. I'm not sure if they're free, or if not free, they're very cheap.
Yeah, I think they are handed out gratis. So
yeah, I suppose that's one thing, Nick. Are you I mean, it's hard when you're a boy. You don't want to carry so many things. But are you a program connoisseur? Do you like to get a program from a game, or is it not really missing?
No, only special ones for me. Like say events, playoff finals, maybe, and you pay for the 2 for it. But the thing I got with the Blackpool program and all that shit was that it was the same thing every week. I don't know. I've not bought one in about 10 years, but it was the same thing every single week. The only thing that seemed to change was the bloody word search.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. I can definitely see the appeal to it because, when you are a collector of that kind of stuff, and, I collect footy shirts and stuff like that, but if there's something special in there or something to remember it by, and people who collect tickets and things like that, paper tickets, how great were they when you used to have them up on your bin board or something like that, or on the side of your wardrobe when you've been to a really good game? All my Prem ones were up there.
With my ground up in thing, what I'm doing, it's either a pin badge or a program. I prefer a pin badge. I've got a brilliant, which I'm very jealous of your Spanish one, what you got the other week. But like you say, the programs, no matter what level it's at, they all are the same. They are very, very similar. As Linares come on the counter attack again, it seems like they've picking Puga's side as the ball comes into the back stick. Oh, what a save again by Herrero. Málaga really need to wake up at the back.
They do. I was too busy looking for my badge.
I know, I saw you. I thought I was going to commentator mode. That's I'm sure that is the only one what Málaga do, because I've got that like 4 times. I need something else.
It's a really good one as well. I think it's the old
Manu. Come on, Manu, wake up.
Ooh, well cut out there by it's a free kick in a dangerous area, this.
Málaga really need to wake up, guys. Michael Phillips, welcome aboard, mate. I did not expect to see you. A huge day at the Etihad for yourself and the Gooners. But yeah, have we missed out, Nick, other than Linares looking very, very hot?
Herrera's had to pull out a couple of saves, hasn't he, I think, and Málaga have played forward, but they've not really managed to test the goalkeeper yet. But just watching the replay there of that chance, what is he doing trying to side foot that in there?
It sounds strange, Nick, but very much, it might be a bit arrogant. I've still got the feeling if Linares go 1-0 up, we're still going to be okay. But we know better than anybody. Málaga don't put the ball in net as often as they should do, and the longer it goes on, it's going to get trickier and trickier, etc.
Yeah. Well, this is a dangerous. This is very much in that Oh, he's going for a Ronaldo run up instead of a Beckham one, which is always interesting. Oh, left
Left
foot.
footed trade. Oh.
Well dealt with there by Manu. Can we just keep it away from a corner? I think, yeah, he managed to put it out for a throw in there. Well done. What are we thinking of the first 15 minutes so far, guys? Put your comments in the comment box and let us know what you guys are thinking. What have you been comfortable, Luke, in this first 20 minutes?
No, not really. I mean, to be honest, I think it's been an enjoyable game because Linares have come to La Rosaleda and they're actually attacking against us. We've seen so many times this season where teams come and sit, bore the hell out of us. Malaga run out of ideas. Roberto, this is where he gets sent off. This is where he gets sent off. Could Roberto have gone down there?
I think he did well to stay on his feet and things like that, but he's conceded. He's got a free kick, to be fair.
I tell you right now, Nick, Rentero does not last the 90 minutes. No chance on this earth.
He looks very angry. But you can see he's holding him back there and he's impeding him. Obviously, he's got to have his competitive edge on him a little bit, but he's just, if he's not careful, like you say, Luke, he's not going to be here for much longer.
But yeah, I think it's been an enjoyable game so far. Malaga really need to get hold of the ball, but yeah, no complaints. How about yourself?
No, nothing so far. The one thing I'll take from it is I expected La Rubia to be playing more centrally, but he's very much out on the right at the minute. With Ferrero playing central.
Was it Matt who predicted this on the previous pod?
I think we both discussed it. I think Matt said he'd prefer him to be out on the right.
Oh dear.
But
I would have gone with your way. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Ferrero's that good; he can play any of them. But for me, La Rubia is more. What can we say?
Better suited to sit in the pocket.
Yeah. He's
or at least playing off Roberto a bit more. And it's that question of how do you replace Danny Lorenzo and what he's brought to the table so far this season.
Yeah,
you can't, because someone's not going to do that.
No.
So I'm just a bit like, well, Ferrero, I think he can do that, but it requires everyone else to come closer to him. That's the big thing about him. He's not that high intensity player, is he? He's a smart footballer. He's a clever player who will pick the right pass, will hold the ball up correctly when it needs to be done. So I'm just a bit. Maybe they'll rotate between the three potentially. I don't know.
I mean, we know that that is a great ball by the goalkeeper.
Route one.
Great tackle. That is a great recovery. Monte, great recovery. Jesus Christ.
I think that was their player who backheeled it there. I think he was looking for someone like Guti style.
I just looking into it now, Nick. I mean, I think this is a good three behind Roberto, but how do we score here? If you know what I mean, the three players would like to play a bit deeper. Malaga like to whip the ball in, they'd like to get Puga or Hakeem or Victor or Danny Sanchez forward. We like to whip that early ball, but in truth, there's not going to be anybody in there other than Roberto.
No, I think Roberto's got his tails up, to be fair. He's got this Rentero's number already.
He really has. I'll be surprised if we see Rentero come out in the second half, if I'm being honest. Because he's shy.
Great Route 1 top that is there.
It really is. I hope Rentero's family are not watching right now or anything, but he's shite.
Look at all those happy people are there in the rain on Easter Sunday. If you are watching at home and listening to us, you'll see there's a few more seats available than usual. I imagine a lot of people, with it being Easter Sunday in Spain, they've been to church, they've then sit down with their family. So, a 4:00 kickoff probably doesn't lend itself to being fan friendly.
I think it's the weather as well, Nick. Isn't it? I mean, if you're in a stadium with no roofs and do you want to sit there for 90 minutes getting wet through?
It's hard. I don't know about you, Luke, but I'm looking at this thinking, in a week's time, I'm supposed to be there.
Hey, no, don't worry about that. Don't worry, amigo. Have you not seen the weather? So basically, from tomorrow, it all goes back to normal for a long time. It's currently predicting 24 degrees next week in Malaga for the GearyCast meetup.
That'll do.
You'll be fine. Don't you worry about that, mate. I saw a bit of a Spanish meme the other day, and it said Holy Week, and it's just torrential storms, and it says week after, just on beach.
There was an amber warning last night. Apparently, it was that bad that the weather was in, so you never see much of them. But
it really has looked horrible. I mean, if
afternoon,
anybody
Matt,
in the
thank you very much for joining us. Hope
morning,
you're
Matt,
keeping
afternoon,
well.
Matt, sorry, and I'm sure that Mr. Lancashire Geary is actually out in Malaga with us up next week, so it'd be great to finally meet you again since Manchester, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely. Should be brilliant. Should be a great day.
It really
Still
will.
undecided whether I'm bringing Ruby or not yet. Let's see.
Get
Let's see
Ruby.
how we're feeling.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Laura's very much looking forward to meeting Bex, though. So even if they're not coming to the game, get them to Hermano to do the thing.
My sort of we going out to see family and things like that right now. My mother might have made paying to that one. She's offered an alternative venue for the day, and that is drinking cocktails on the beach of Capopino.
So, which is obviously coming to the football then.
We might see her at La Rosaleda. We don't know yet. But
just going back to what we were on about a minute ago.
What
we were saying a minute ago regarding the weather, Nick, if there's any guys, is there anybody in the comments who is actually living out in the Costa del Sol or Spain, tell us how bad it's been, because it's been, by looks, it's been horrible, but I would still give my left bollock to be in Spain throughout whatever kind of weather.
Oh, exactly. Spain in the rain, much better than Blackpool in the rain. As Larubia's coming down here, he's just fed into Ferrero across. Ooh, good save and pull back for offside though.
Yeah, Matt Butler flying out in the morning, looking forward to buying you all a beer. Oh my days, Mr. Matt Butler,
Can we just keep this highlighted for the entire show?
Yeah,
right.
Keep that. We'll keep retweeting it every minute of the day. To be fair, Nick, I think we all have a bit of a routine at Bar Hermanos because it's that fucking brilliant and that cheap.
That cheap.
Everybody just buys everybody beers.
My mate still maintains the fact that he got change back from €20 for 14 beers.
Yeah,
as incredible value for money.
It's absolutely insane. The guys at Bar Hermanos do a great job for us. Well, not just for us, for everybody. It's not to do with us. They do a great job for the Malaga fans. The big legend, he's my guy, the big guy. Every time I see him, I just go over and go, Leyenda, Leyenda, Leyenda. We've got very big here, Nick.
Oh, we've zoomed in massively. What the fuck's going on?
I don't like this one.
let me just not offend all the viewers at home and zoom us back out again. I don't know why it's done that.
Linares, good recovery by Puga.
Puga's having a good game so far, to be fair.
He is. We just played right. Does this have like a pre-season feel to you, Nick, at all? Like the game just seems wide open.
Yeah, it's very end to end at the minute. No one's controlling the ball at the minute.
No.
It's all sort of like just putting foots in here and sticking a leg out there.
It's been a strange game in terms of not the usual where we say half an hour, nothing's happened, no to talk about, etc. I generally do think this has been a decent game. I just what the hell has happened there?
Oh dear. Is that Juanpe completely misreading?
Juanpe just started doing the Malaga Marathon for some reason. This will be a disaster if they score from this. Great recovery. That's better.
Is that from Kevin?
Yeah, I think that's what
Kevin's a left wing back.
I think Kevin's added that to his game.
Well, it was a few years ago that Matt was discussing the possibilities of Kevin as a right wing back.
Yeah.
And these were the days when he was a right winger as well, let's not forget.
Frederick makes a great point there, Nick. Are they even talking to each other?
I don't know. I don't think Juanpe talks to anybody.
It is strange. I mean, when you look at his bench, I've got his bench written down. In terms of players who can play that role, we've been calling for Musa for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't think Pellicer sees that as an option. Besides that, in terms of centre midfielder, Sangale or even Aaron, I know we haven't seen him in a few weeks, Aaron Ocho Maloney.
I think given the options to too, I think Sangale can feel maybe a bit harshly done by if he's played that poorly last week as Juanpe, that he doesn't get the chance to start. Because Sangale, I don't know what's happened to him, but at the start of the season, he was actually quite good.
Yeah.
He was kind of like my tip to replace Alex Fabas in my affections. But just hasn't seemed to have worked out for him since he's come back from injury.
No, I think Sangale is what was meant to be what Manu has become. Our playmate, get the ball, he keeps it. Basically our Ramon. He keeps the ball moving. One thing I really don't. I mean, because I personally think he had a poor game last week, and he not started great this game. But we're only half an hour in. Don't get me wrong. I know I was a bit of a critic of Manu at start. I don't want Manu's form to dip at this time when Ramon's on his way back, if you know what I mean. Because I think Manu is that good. They can work together. But if Manu's form really drops like it did at the start of the season, is that an easy replacement? I'd love to see them both, to be fair.
Yeah, well, for me, to be fair, between the two of them, is that if you was to get Ramon to replace anybody, it'd be being able to do a similar role to Danny Lorenzo, who's obviously out injured at the moment. We don't know how long he's out injured for. This is the thing that worries me about Lorenzo. You know, you cannot not bring in the upturn in form in parallel to his performances being better, even in games where we've drawn.
Yeah,
he was always the standout.
He's had a goal for the game.
Yeah, it's having someone that can connect the midfield. It's all well and good having a midfield which is, you know, playing lovely passes and spraying balls out left, right, and centre and cutting channels. But if you haven't got someone to connect it up to Roberto, who we both know will be a complete and utter, you know, terrier up there, hounding everybody. Third dog pun? No, I haven't got one. But it's when you've got that gap, it becomes a chasm, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I think in a way that's what we're half struggling with currently. We're not making any progressive plays because even the good three, what I'm happy about is the three, we seem too far away from Roberto. It's maybe a 25-yard pass into Roberto's feet, and it's asking a hell of a lot from him. But I mean, with this, go Kevin, run with it. Málaga attacking 4-on-3, ball coming out wide with who is it? I'm not quite sure. Ball back to La Rubia. Málaga kind of slow play down. But yeah, just going back to Dani Lorenzo, Nick, obviously for me personally, I think he's been great in 2024. I know we'll do our big questions at the end of the season and who's been this and who's been that. But in terms of at the start of the season, a player you were excited about but hasn't quite made it, who would that player be? For me, I was very excited about David Orubia.
Yeah.
We're now 30 games in, and he's probably had 5 good performances, maybe. I do think he's a good player. I think there's a player in there, but at the age of, I think he's 22, 23. So, yes, young, but surely he should be shining in this league.
You'd think so, considering that he shined for Merida last season. You know what I mean? Him and Dani Lorenzo. Lorenzo going on loan, I think, in the second half of the season.
Yeah.
You know, it begs the question, really, you know, do players fit certain formations, don't they? They fit certain styles of playing. La Rubia, for me, just can't seem to find a way to consistently find a spot in this side. He's been a right winger. He's been a 10. He's been behind. You know, he's been up there as a striker from time to time, you know, in the last knockings of games. So
do you think that's down to himself, Nick, in terms of not taking his chances, shall we say?
Probably. Like you say, you look at Dani Lorenzo and, you know, other players of that ilk that have taken their chance. I think Kevin maybe gets away with it a little bit more because there isn't a massive, you know, pool of options for that left midfield spot. And there's a lot of competition for La Rubia to go up against. That's the difference for him. And when you become, you know, not just second in a pecking order, but you come third, maybe even fourth in a midfield which is already very congested, then it would be a worry. But he's clearly done enough to earn a contract. He's here till 2027. He's part of that generation, 2027. So he's clearly showing pace there and Kike Perez enough and Laurent of what he's about. I think he just needs to find consistent form, and that'll be the big thing for him.
I mean, just going back to previous when we mentioned about Dani Lorenzo. Dani Lorenzo was in and out of the team constantly, same as La Rubia. However, since 2024, he must have been one of the first teams on the. It must have been one of the first names on the team sheet. Would you say? Like his performances have been great, why can't David Larubia do that?
Well, that's
I'll admit the previous game I was at, who was that? In City, Larubia were great. He really was, but the second half went very quiet, like he does. He's capable of something brilliant, but then he like sleeps his way through games.
Yeah. And if you're going to be that kind of player that can, produce a moment of magic, once in a game, twice in a game, maybe, but for the rest of it, you're quite quiet. It's a luxury that you can carry if you've got the other players that can, win you that game. But unfortunately for me, he doesn't do it often enough. Ferreiro offside again here.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure. I'm enjoying Ferreiro's play this game. I think he's doing actually quite well, but he's not playing the role that he usually does. That's the thing that gets me. He's usually looking for the ball to come into him, and he'll hold it up and he'll play that pass. Whereas I think trying to trust a 35-year-old winger to get on the end of a long ball like that is, you're being quite optimistic.
There's a certain word what we've mentioned all season long so far, what Malaga is struggling with. And again, this is prime example, creativity. We haven't created anything again with it. I mean, it's sort of, like I say, I was very, very confident going into this game. And even after 25 minutes, I was thinking confident. But now you're looking into it, you're 35 minutes into a game, and we've barely tested the goalkeeper against the team. What are they, 17th in the league, is it? 17th
in the league. Basically 2 points above the relegation zone. Yeah. So you're right. If you go off the bare statistic of who's created the most chances, who's had the most opportunities to score, you'd say at the minute Linares are 3 up on us because we've 100%. Not even managed to test their goalkeeper yet.
I mean, guys in the comments, like, what would your thoughts be in terms of what have Malaga missed in this first 35 minutes? We're not creating anything. We look quite open at the back, to be fair, as well. I do think, if we do go 1-0 up, the game will be over. But it's just going 1-0 up. That seems to be the issue.
No, absolutely. I agree with you there. I think it's just a lack of ideas.
It really is. I mean, it's dangerous this time of season where, obviously, like we've just said, these are 17th, but these need to win. It's not just all about us boys up at the top. These guys at the bottom are going to be fighting for their lives to try and stay up.
But you've mentioned it a few times before, to be fair, Luke. You've gone, teams come here to La Rosaleda, teams that maybe haven't, been playing in the top 2 echelons of Spanish football for so long, and it becomes a bit of a cup final for them. Again, another opportunity easily made by Linares there. Herrero rightly gestating to his team, saying, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Because they're finding it easier to work it way, patterns of play to get across in. That's dangerous. You put Roberto in that situation where you can get a short cross off to the near post and get his head to it, you'd kind of bet your mortgage on him making it. Do you know what I mean? Whereas at the minute, we're trying to thread through balls into Roberto to basically beat the offside trap, and he's getting nowhere.
I mean, currently, Nick, I generally go on bet 365 for my stats. They're quite precise, and I can't argue with this whatsoever. Currently, Linares have had 5 shots, 4 on target, 3 corners. Malaga, 38 minutes into a game against 17th in the league, have had 1 shot, none on target, and 0 corners. That kind of shows where
we've not been playing in their third. That's the fact of the matter. But here, and Ferreiro offside again.
I mean, is that 4 times maybe?
4 offsides for him now. He's just.
Hey. I'm sure we'll speak to Matt at half time, hopefully live. But I wonder what it's like inside the ground at the moment. Like, we know how it's bouncing, constantly bouncing. And these guys who are there in the rain will be doing their best. But I don't know, do the players feel that they're getting let off a little bit in the, when it's a little bit quieter? They need a rocket up their arse. They really do.
Yeah, I think they do in this game. Would you class, Luke, Malaga as a vibe team, and they kind of like play to good vibes? If you, like you said, get everybody hyped up and bouncing in a stadium, that they kind of react to it. And you can see it at the end of games, especially when they win, they're all like, applauding the fans, fist bumps and celebrations and stuff like that.
For me personally, this Malaga, I thought this the other week after the game, after the In-City game, when everyone's bouncing around to Una Hitana Loca, etc. And like you've just said, fist pumps, high fives, dancing, mosh pit, all that kind of things. I do think they are a team that enjoy winning, which it also makes you think, are we that good? Because that winning feeling is an amazing feeling, and you think, well, why do our guys play so slowly and all that? If they've got the hunger for that, the winning feeling, then why? Prime example: we're 40 minutes in, we've had one shot.
Yeah, but it's looking at that there, and I think again we'll probably sound like a broken record, and we're repeating ourselves, but the energy that you need for somebody to be like a Danny Lorenzo in there. I've just watched Juanpe run across Manu Molina trying to chase back a Linares striker who
they're away again here. Linares away again.
Oh, and that's it.
1-0 Linares.
You're right. And it's fucking simple.
This has been terrible. And that in truth, Nick, that could have been 2 or 3 so far.
No, exactly. I wouldn't go as far to say it's deserved. They've not been, a flawless footballing side, but they're taking their chances. They're working the ball through. They're doing everything that we should be doing. But fucking, they've got it. Perejón, gives Linares a lead before half time. And their goalkeeper, he looks like completely unfucking phased. Who's that's kept him on side there? Was that Victor?
Victor, yeah. It's a great finish. It's a great finish by the lad. Interestingly there, Nick, as well, Linares looks like they have brought quite a few fans with him. But this is... I mean, I made the probably silly comment now after about 20 minutes about if we went 1-0 down, I still feel very confident. Right now, I have zero confidence that we're going to come back and turn this around. Thankfully, on the bench, we've got Dione back. I'm only saying Dione because I've got zero faith in Aviles. I don't understand what Juan Hernandez brings majority of the time. We need to get closer to Roberto. We really do. We're nowhere near him.
Like, Victor just chipped that ball into his chest there, and immediately... When you're a lone striker, that is fucking shocking from Victor there. It was, was it Frederick who said it before and went, you need to be talking to each other. Why Einar and Mante aren't telling him to step up when all the other three are there? It's fucking Sunday League football basics.
It really is.
What would you change for the second half, Luke? I've put that question on the screen there. What does PSA change at half time? What would you do?
The one thing what I'm looking at, it's probably a double sub. I'd take Juanpe off 100%. I think he's been lazy, lethargic, everything. To me, it's probably Sangali who would come on for that. I would also take Ranubia off and put Dione on, but I'd like to see him playing as a 2 up top. I really would. I just think we're so far away from each other here. It's crazy.
These chasms, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, the thing is now, I mean, the amazing Malaguista fans do not turn on the team ever. However, in a packed out Rosaleda, they met their point clear. And I don't know if, again, I just think Malaga's gone into this game a bit like going back to Saturday League, Sunday League. It's all right. These are Linares. It's all right. We'll beat these.
Yeah.
We don't deserve anything here at the moment. Anything. No, I mean, that's pathetic. That right there is pathetic.
I think I probably agree with you on one change. I'd definitely maybe bring Dione in. I think putting him out or maybe out on the right or maybe, like you say, in a 2 up top would be beneficial. And I think as far as midfielders are aware, I'd bring Aaron Ochoa Maloney on. Just away with
between the two, yeah.
And he can bring something to the table. Whereas I fear for Sangali still because I think he's very much lacking in confidence. But he still kind of gives me the same obtuse vibes as Juanpe. I think they're a very 2-dimensional player. Whereas a player like Aaron Ochoa Maloney, though young, though only 16, 17 years old, clearly he's a forward-thinking player. So I'd probably rather see him come on for this second half.
I think what we've got at the moment is everybody's just trying to play safe.
Yeah.
Nobody's so far showing the bollocks to
Well,
drive with the
Matt
ball.
asked a question here as well. Says, how much is it down to tactics rather than the individual players? And I think it's a bit of both. Personally, for me, I'd say that Pace he's not a negative manager, but he plays not to lose. He doesn't play to win. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that? Like he's quite happy to set up, and if he comes away with a point because he's not lost, then that's a positive. Whereas
what Málaga need to get in their head is that Málaga need to take 3 points from every game at La Rosaleda, or else we're going to be stuck in this division forever.
Kevin, to be fair to him, has had a quite a decent first half.
Yeah, he has. I think Kevin and Ferrero's tried. Kevin, I mean, again, this is what fucking hell. This is one of them performances where you're only noticing certain players because a lot of them are just playing lethargically. To be fair, Nick, I don't want to see 5 and 6 changes at halftime. Don't get me wrong, but Puga's not done what he did into attacking wise, like he did into City. He were a threat, but it's just a player for player. It's a waste of a sub, really. Puga, hockey, and they're all the same. They all do the same job.
Yeah.
I just do you think I'll switch the question around a bit. For me, when I've played in teams like this and you're 1-0 down, you take an absolute rocket up your ass at halftime. Do you think Pellicer is that kind of manager, or is it, guys, keep doing what you're doing, blah, 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 we'll win?
No, I don't think he is. I've said it a few times before. He's very much a cultural-driven manager. I think he, and again, I agree with Matt, what he says. I don't think tactically he's spot on. As we call for half time here at La Rosaleda, 1-0 behind, and I think we're going to see some massive changes. But it's like Frederick says here, for me, that doesn't come from a brilliant piece of Linares attacking play. It's a really good pass, but it's a simple pass, and it's just through the middle. The defense looks weak again, and this is now maybe the third week in a row we're having this conversation where we're kind of questioning Einar Monte as centre-backs. And I think that's becoming a bit of a thing. We've got Juan Day on the bench. We've got Murillo on the bench. I still think they're the best two, but at what point do we start to maybe swap them back around again?
The strange thing is, for I don't know, for a good 10 games or so, Murillo were fantastic for us.
Oh, yeah, brilliant.
And he's not even fourth choice now, would you say?
Third or fourth, yeah, depends.
You dare say he'd put Juan Day in there. For me, even when you look into it now, he's not going to do this. But the more and more you think about it, why not put like a Musa in midfield just for his energy? The guy likes to get the ball and drive with it. It's too safe. It's far too safe, this, from Málaga.
It goes both ways, doesn't it? If Canaro can be a centre defensive midfielder who can also play centre-back, then Musa is clearly shown that he can be a centre-back who can play defensive midfield. But I don't know. For me, I just wouldn't like to see him make any kind of two defensive changes. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Like, it wouldn't surprise me to see Danny Sanchez come on, the way that Victor Garcia played in that first half.
Victor's had a strange game for himself. I always think Victor's a very steady player. But yeah, I mean, for me, his crossing is normally very good. He had a great chance 5 minutes ago in a crossing. He just put it into the stands, and I'm like, that's not really him.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's, something is lacking big time here today, unfortunately.
No, people in the comments get involved. Tell us what you think should be done at halftime. Who would you like to see come on? Usually the first people out on the pitch is what gets me, whether that's Malaga or Blackpool or Tottenham, wherever it might be. But the two lads that come out training early doors. So Sangali already without the coat. And I think as well we've got Aaron Ochoa Maloney.
Yeah, I want to say the same. Yeah,
I think out early doors as well. So what would you do? At the minute, Malaga training trailing 1-0 against Linares Deportivo. A goal from Perejon. Simple through ball. Einar looking for the offside, but wasn't given. And it was Victor who was playing him on. And like I say, Malaga find themselves behind on a weekend where they could really, ideally, be looking to pick up 3 points here, Luke, because of the results that have gone elsewhere. This probably means that Malaga in the table drop back down to 4th. I'll just confirm that. So Ibiza back up to 3rd, 1 point ahead of Malaga as things stand, even though they lost to San Fernando earlier this afternoon. So, yeah, plenty to do. So we've got our first comment.
It would be very Malaga to again chuck another opportunity. It's like they do the hard work. It's in survival. We won games, but everybody else won at the same time. But then when you had that one chance where somebody did lose, when Racing or someone lost, what would we go and do? We'd then go and lose. It's like you do the hard work, and then when it becomes a little bit more, you see light at the end of the tunnel. They just fall asleep and put a performance like this up.
No, definitely. Well, Frederick says here, I like both Einar and Monte, but together it lacks something, pace perhaps. As you said,
I could do that.
The players getting positions too slow. It's all very, very slow. So, do you think that there should be someone a bit more pacier or energetic alongside Monte? Maybe I'd definitely take Monte over Einar every single day of the week.
Yeah, I mean, we've got to look at it. And it's strange because we had a great chat last week, me and Alex, regarding we were slating the defense and so on, but we hadn't conceded a goal in a long time. As we are joined by the very cold-looking Matt Harrison.
Fucking hell, my feet are just soaked. It's hammering down here. It's I've just heard a lot of their Giriami folk like saying, "Fuck it, let's just go to the pub." It's really wet here.
To be honest, Matt, we've been sent a picture of you. We've been sent a picture of you, and it looks very.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah. But I got sent to me directly. Yeah, I'm toughing it out in the terraces of La Rosaleda. There's a gang of I'd say lads in their 20s. I think they've come in the Giri army. They just look a bit shell shocked. This is not what they've signed up for.
No, it's not what they signed up for. What do you think of the first half so far, Matt?
It's not good, is it?
No.
They looked like they were finding those gaps a bit more than us, and it looked like I haven't seen the goal back, but it looked like a great pass through our defence, and it just looked perfect. And to be honest with you, my only sort of surprise was that Alfonso Herrero didn't save it, because I just expected to save one all the time these days. It's just not good. I don't know. I think it's a really good team we got out as well. I think David Ferreiro is the one trying to do things again. I do still think he's spectacular, but we're just not good.
No, we've asked the question, Matt. What would you change at half time? Because they clearly need to do something.
Do you know what? If he's fit, and we don't know he's on the bench, but I actually think Juanpe's done okay actually this time. I think he's made a few good defensive interventions. But if he's okay, I'd get Ramon on. I think just someone to play those passes. I think Kevin's done all right. He's had moments. I think La Rubia is probably the weaker of the sort of three attacking midfielders we got playing.
We've picked out Kevin and Ferrero as the two what's trying to get things going, but I don't know what it looks like in the ground.
Yeah, I don't think Kevin's had as much of the ball as. I don't think Kevin's had as much of the ball as Ferrero, but when he's had it, he's done stuff. And I know we've joked about it before, but I think he's made a couple of good tackles as well, and stop things happening. Yeah, if I was to pull someone off, it'd be Ferrero for. I'm not saying not Ferrero. Sorry, La Rubia. I think I sort of joked about her on the podcast about this Juan Hernandez thing. I've still got Juan Hernandez vibe. Maybe chuck him on. I don't know,
No, we
but
don't need
yeah,
Juan
if he's
Hernandez
fit
back.
enough and he's on the bench, like let's get Ramon on. Let's see, like, you know, last half hour or so. Fucking hell, it's so wet here.
Matt, obviously on telly, it's clear to see the attendance isn't what it normally is or anything. What's the atmosphere like in the ground?
Not great, to be honest with you, compared to usual. It looks. It's hard to tell. It looked quite empty, but I think it's mainly because everyone's like hiding up in the top of stands. Fair play to the Fondo Sur. They are trying to get it going. It's not just people who've given up. But yeah, it is different. People are just trying to duck under their umbrellas, and so it's not as good as usual. But it's, to be fair to the Linares fans, there was more of them than I expected. There's a nice pocket of their fans. They were very loud when they scored. But yeah, it's okay. It's not horrible, but I'm just. My trainers are really shiny. I've just looked at my trainers; they're really, really shiny.
I think he just needs to go back to basics here, Matt. We were talking about what change we'd make. Do you think introducing Dione as a front two would work against these?
Yeah. To be honest with you, I like, it was only when you guys messaged me saying Ramon's on the bench. I didn't even know he was on the bench. So I haven't really looked at the bench. So if Dione's on the bench, yeah, I think Dione's like really good. Like, I know we've sort of had a bit of a moan about him not being a striker, but I actually really like him as a sort of second striker floating around. So yeah.
Dione's stripped. Dione's coming on at half time. He's just run out.
For who?
Dione's ready to come on.
Good.
Yeah.
But who's going off?
I'd say that. I think the same as you, Matt. I think that Rubia, but it's not confirmed yet.
That'd be. Yeah, I don't think Larubia's been awful. I just think the other two attacking midfielders, Kevin and Ferrero. David Ferrero, I honestly think he's brilliant. He's such a clever footballer. I still can't believe how much we doubted him before, which, you know, fair enough. Like, we didn't know anything about him, but I think he's an absolute genius. He's like, every time he has the ball, he's so clever. I don't know what the fuck Cartagena did sending him down to us, but I'm right though, lads. I believe you. I'll just give you one. There's the fanzine. They did stop me in the street and said, "Do you want a fanzine?" And I was like, "Right, dickhead." I opened the fanzine up. I said, "I'm in the fucking fanzine." And they did go, "Gibby cast." And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, and then when I walked away, and I walked away and I thought, "What a dickhead."
Matt, it's very refreshing to see you with a hood up, scarf on, looking very cold. And it's nice and sunny in the UK.
My shoes are the one. My trainers are sparkling. Maybe I'll speak full time. I think I can hear the tannoy, and I need a piss. So,
how are the Swedish family enjoying it, Matt?
I don't know what happened to the Swedish family. They're here though. They are here, but they didn't come to Barcelona, Madrid.
Fair play. We'll let you go and dry your feet. Take a whiz. We'll see you at full time, Matt. We'll see you later.
Bye. I didn't hear you.
So that is a very wet-footed Matt Harrison. Like I say, quite refreshing actually. He sends us so many pictures of like sunshine and canyons and beaches and sunsets. Yeah. It's like, you know what? Have some of that.
Fuck him.
Fuck you.
This is what we do every week. We stand watching 90 minutes in the chucking it round, freezing cold. Fuck them.
Yeah.
You know it's still probably going to be 20 degrees over there. It's probably not as bad as it looks.
It'll be a warm rain. It's not like it's been here when we've been in fucking sleet and snow and things like that.
Intercity game, it was 24 degrees. I, being the typical Brit, shorts, t-shirt, I would have gone in a thong if I could have done. Matt's there with his trousers on. I'm just thinking, you've got to be warm. You've got to be warm, lad.
Oh, no. See, I don't mind a trouser. In the winter,
yeah. As
but
Laura picked out the shacket before.
it's all about the shackets. It's just
As
it's fashion.
the
It's,
team come back
it's
out.
fashion over function, mate. That's what it's all about.
Team's
So
coming
we
back
are
out,
coming
Nick.
back out now as well.
I think it is David La Rubia, and I'm sure I can see Danny Sanchez as well coming out.
Danny Sanchez has come on as well, and Ramon.
Yes. Woo! This is a bit.
Triple change.
Well, I did not expect this. I will. I hope it's not rushing it. I pray it's not rushing it. But it's definitely there.
I agree. But it's a big moment. This is really, really good to see, refreshing to see Ramon come onto the football pitch. He's been a long time coming. He was fantastic at the back end of last season as well, wasn't he? And I think if we'd have kept him fit, we might not be playing in this league. That was my genuine thought process.
Yeah.
But so we've got some offs, which is La Rubia. Who's got Juanpe? And who do you reckon's come off for Danny Sanchez? Victor Garcia, yeah?
Yeah, it's got to be.
And then we'll go with Dioni, Ramon, and Sanchez.
I hope this works. I am so excited to see Ramon. I honestly think he's that good. But again, it's strange, this, Nick. You've been out for a year. Effectively, I'm not saying every report we get is absolutely spot on, but he's been in training for about a week and a half. Yeah, I know. I mean, again, just going back to myself, I've had some bad injuries. I've snapped my ACL. I've had a double leg break, etc. And it takes time. You can't just dive in. But these guys should know what they're on with, so I'll back them.
Well, we were asking at half time what should Sergio Pérez do when a triple change and bringing on a talisman, rocking the new Predators as well. Oh, Ramon, you're doing things to me. Oh, I'm so excited right now. Like Frederick says here, it says what's he going? Right, popping the first beer now in honor of Ramon. Let's fucking go. Ramon.
Vamos.
I'm going to make
big half for Málaga.
This is 4-4-2 now as well.
Yeah, this is straight up it.
Michael Phillips says too many changes. I think we needed changes. I think we were carrying people in that game. It just wasn't what we needed. I think now we've got energy. I am worried about Ramon, and his glass ankle, but really nice to see him. And even just looking now at him and Molina playing alongside each other, Ramon is just playing a little bit ahead. So already we're getting the benefit of not having fucking Ramon trying to be Molina's shadow for 45 minutes. So I think this is positive.
It's very positive.
Matt Bullet says, hope it's shorts and t-shirt weather against Ceuta next week, but he'll take his shacket just in case. That is
it will be. Don't worry. Typical Lancashire needing shacket. Those Yorkshiremen have shirts off.
Well, the thing is, we become accustomed to central heating, Luke. It's just you've got it. You haven't. It's a shame. I wish you had it. Nice.
We've got rabbits. We've got rabbits in back garden keeping coal fire going. Interestingly, Nick, I got a bit excited for Frederick a second ago. However, he put 2-0. Frederick commented about a surprise Ramon goal. I thought he put 2-1 Ramon, which, if that were the case, that needed to be highlighted for the remainder of this game.
That'd be good money spent, that would be.
Can you remember the Ramon goal? I think, for some reason, I've got Las Palmas in my head. About 35 yards out, top corner.
Sporting Gijón. Yeah. 2-2 he finished, and he absolutely rocketed it again. I think it was a game that he'd just come back from injury on. Last season, does. Yeah.
Never.
He's come back before. There's a pun in here about resurrections, and it's just not clicking for me. We've put it out there.
It will do come Monday night after the pod if we come back and get 3 puntos out of this.
Well, there he is, a lovely ball out to Danny Sanchez already.
Do you think?
We're not better
Nick,
already for it?
Nick, do you think that seeing a player like Ramon back in there for the players will be a big boost? They know how good he is. They've got to know how good he is.
Well, this is it. This is a young lad who, he's being touted to go to the Olympics. Don't get me wrong, it's not the pinnacle of football, but he's decent enough to be involved in the conversation. But it's just having him in there and the confidence it brings, and having a clever footballer as well. That's the big thing. And we've seen the benefit of Ferreira and Molina. For me, there is no smarter footballer in this squad other than Ramon. He is a different class of footballer. So great to see him back out the pitch. I've just got everything crossed that he doesn't hurt himself. Because
really? No, that's it. Because you've got to think, Nick, here, if Ramon's coming on for 45 minutes, he's ready. So if you come through this unscathed, you're talking your next milestone, 60 minutes. Then you're 90. He's effectively ready to go for next week if this goes to plan. So, as Nick says, fingers crossed for everything. Because Ramon is huge. For me personally, Ramon would have been the difference between winning the league and not.
Yeah, Ramon, Haitam, those kind of players would have been brilliant for us. But I'm going to knock on every bit of wood around.
I'll tell
he doesn't go down the Haitam way. Don't get me wrong. I don't think we rushed Haitam back from injury. Fucking hell, they've gone route one again.
Defensively line here. Shocking.
But the thing is, and I mean this in the nicest possible way, that shows how shit these lads actually are. And they're beating us at the minute.
Yeah.
Any comparable, decent striker would have just got that onto his knee or a yard away from him and fucking just pocketed it.
Come on, Kevin. Finish!
Alex.
Nick, are you 49-30?
No, I'm not. I am going to just check my little 10-second counter thing and get myself up to speed.
Say, I got the feeling, and it's hard on a two-man stream if one's in. No, we've done this before.
It's not there. No, I'm not. I'm on 49-41 right now, so I don't think
Christian Rodriguez. Do we have a Linares fan?
We might have an Linares fan.
Everybody is welcome. So, Christian, if you are Linares, hats off to Linares. They played very well today. They really have. 3-0. I'm not having that. I'm not having that.
Score prediction from Christian Rodriguez. He's going for 3-0 to Linares.
Nada, Christian, Nadia.
Oh, spill. Right. Well, Christian's just made this interesting now.
Christian, if you are a Linares fan, please let us know, mate. And bienvenido. Let me go.
Yes. Hola.
Are you up to date, Nick?
I don't know what I'm at right
we need to be up to date.
My feed says that I am.
It's just showing you. It's just showed you the replay of the guy falling over. 50-40. I've got.
I can't even see the screen. I might go for a tactical refresh. There we go. Sorry if you hear the commentary from them kick in. Let's just mute it again. Right. I think 50-48. That's where I'm at now.
What are you on?
50-48.
I thought Lancashire had Wi-Fi.
We do. I don't know what's going on.
I'm on 51-10 here.
What?
Oh, the game's nearly over in Yorkshire.
Get out. I don't know what's going on. It'll catch up. We're definitely playing a higher line again. And this is what I really like to see is Molina sort of dropping in between defence and midfield and picking the ball up and picking a pass.
What are you on now? Because I've gone back 10 seconds.
I'm on 51-27 now.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
It's thereabouts.
I'll give you that. I think we're about right. I've sacrificed my live stream for you.
It's all right. We'll see the comments coming in first more than anything.
Yeah. Oh, we've scored.
Yeah. Oh, but here come Linares again, though. And
I think Linares definitely
down, aren't they?
Yeah, Linares are definitely. I've been impressed with Linares, I have to say.
I have as well, to be fair. I'll give them that. Ooh, great save from Herrera. Down low. Big hand.
Again.
Yes.
Again.
And is Alfonso sporting a mullet, by the way? I've been noticing the last couple of games that he's seemed to have gone mulleted.
That man can do whatever he wants. He really can.
He can just do whatever he fancies.
It is.
If there's any way I could describe Herrera, he is party at the front. No, sorry, business at the front, party at the back.
I don't really know how would you, in that kind of words, how would you describe Malaga as a team? Where is the party? I don't really know where the party is for Malaga.
Not much of a party, more of a stress-inducing
11.
yeah.
Yeah.
More of a stress-inducing. What's the word I'm looking for? Fucking hell. Honestly, my brain today is just not working with me for words. I'll come back to it in a second.
I mean, in truth, when you look at this, Nick, probably a Joaquin for Pulga. If you can squeeze Genaro in, maybe, but is this the strongest 11?
It's certainly getting there.
That we've got.
Like say,
so
maybe
it's vital that we can come back and win this game.
You'd like to think.
We just look wide open. We look so wide open. I understand we've got to go for it, but
aneurysm. That's the word I was looking for.
Aneurysm. That word is out of my vocabulary.
Stress-inducing aneurysm. Something that just fucking gives you a massive headache.
I am surprised at 4:15 on a bank holiday Easter Sunday that I can even say the word vocabulary.
Yes, to be fair.
Hello.
It's a merry day. Been out for a lovely bit of lunch and a nice walk today before this.
We went for a nice walk, a bit of painting in the garden, and then the stress of Malaga Club de Football.
No, we need to organise
a couple of
live stream together. That's what we need to organise next.
Yes, 100%. I would like to think a playoff final, maybe. Maybe.
Action cast, John.
Mind you, are we getting in the playoffs at this rate? The thing is, as much as we have said about our great defensive record, which unfortunately is over now, I was thinking, can we go 10 games without conceding a goal, etc. The unfortunate, wherever there's good news, there's bad news. And for Malaga, we've now scored we've only scored 2 goals in the last 5 games currently.
Yeah, I was going to say,
that is shocking, really, really bad. For a team that's meant to be trying to chase for the title, to score 2 goals in 5 games, really, really is bad.
The big thing is to get Roberto back in, with in the goals basically. But if you've not got that support and you've not got somebody feeding it into him, then he can only do what he can do. He's not the kind of player that's going to make his own magic. He's not like a Gareth Bale or anything like that. So he needs support. He needs strength. And for me in this game so far, there's just been a lack of the ball into the box more than anything. Yeah. Places where Ferrero and Joaquin play really, really well is when they are just whipping passes in. Yeah,
it's I don't know. We've seen it all season long. We've seen it for years. Malaga are very hot and cold. When they're on it, they are good. As daft as this sounds, and when they're not, they really are poor. Fortunately, so far today, it's been the latter. And again, 10 minutes in, I did expect something, a shot, anything, and we haven't really done anything at all, have we? Again,
no. Like you say, we're not working the ball the way through. There was that moment with Kevin and Danny Sanchez going in. What is this lad doing on the floor here?
No idea. But this, you know yourself, Nick, in Spanish football, this is where the games start, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
rightly so. I mean, if we would have done it last season, these are fighting for their lives, 1-0 up at a title chasing team. Unfortunately, anything from 60 minutes plus, we are talking lay down, chuck the ball, you know what I mean, stuff like that. Frederick makes a great point. It's hard to be a football fan Malaga is stressing enough, but now also Norwegian football is back. We sold our local right back, and the only other right back got injured for the entire season. Typical. See, that sounds very Norwegian Malaga-ish, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Matt Butler with some of the stats in there. It says there's an attendance of 14,031.
Which is still good. Which is still good. It's third division. It's pissing it down. It's Holy Weekend.
Oh, Ferreira managed to get himself in here. Oh, that's a pull back on the shoulder, ref, surely.
I would have thought so. And now Ferrero's going to get yellow
And now
card.
he's got himself a yellow card for it.
Quite silly of him to do that.
What is Rentero doing there?
No idea. Yeah, like Matt Butler says, just echoing what I said, still decent for a third tier on a bank holiday in the rain. It is 14,000 in, dare we say, National League. Effectively, I don't know. I put it more to League Two, but
Yeah.
League Two is it's a great crowd for League Two. I think there's only you like the Wrexhams and Stockport, maybe won't even touch anything near that. Knox County.
Yeah. Bradfords and people like that. So there's plenty of them.
Bradford, interestingly, when I were at Bradford the other day, I don't know if anybody follows me on the football thing or all that, but the pitch where, I mean, you've seen some horrific pictures at Blackpool. But this one at Valley Parade or the University of Bradford Stadium, whatever it is these days, that is by far the worst professional pitch I've seen in my life.
It's a proper turnip patch in it, like fucking.
Honestly, there was very, very little grass. Like, I don't know, when you play on a Saturday or something, it's absolutely pissed it down. It's a bog, and you kick the ball, and you just hear that slap all the way down the left hand side. It was that you could tell pros did not want to play on that pitch.
No, to be fair, ours is seemingly holding up quite nicely here under all the rain that they've been having. Fucking hell, ref, move out of the way.
I think in terms of just going away from football, like we've got our guys who live out in the Costa del Sol. Spain really needs this weather. I know us as holidaymakers don't want it, don't need it, but Spain needs it.
Well, don't say that. Well, depends where you go. I think the pools are still open in the hotels because they're kind of like a service element to it. But if you've got a place out here at the minute, or you live on, or have a holiday home on, like those complexes, the pools are shut. You can't have them on. Yeah. So even when the weather does tick up and things like that. So
Nick, don't worry, mate. I know you can't really see the temperatures, but we've got the Costa del Sol back. Don't you worry, Cal.
mucho sol.
There we go.
Right. Well, that's all things Malaga here. They really need to get their fucking act together because this is shocking. I didn't want to say it before, but it's got very much Malia vibes, is what I'm going with at the minute.
Yes.
Robert.
No, I'm not having that.
Down, edge of the box, ref. Really?
I don't think so. I think this is another Roberto moment. What we mentioned about and as Linares come on the counter attack.
Fucking hell!
That's great tackle.
If they had a decent striker, they'd be fucking 5-0 up by now. They really, really would be. Oh, what's going on here? Why is he all gestating?
I think it's about the penalty. I think they were short of a penalty. It's a great recovery tackle. But show us the Kevin incident. Interestingly, it's not showing us the Kevin incident. And I think Helero has been booked.
Yeah.
He certainly has got a short back and sides and a very long back. Bad luck, Nick. He's gone for
He missed a bit.
Well, he can get away with that.
Yeah. Oh, he can
if
do
that
it.
Guy's not selling drugs on the side, I don't know who is.
He is a don.
Showing you the Kevin incident now. It's clumsy defending, but
given what we've seen this weekend, and if you'd seen the penalty
Newcastle.
Anthony Gordon won at Newcastle yesterday, if we were applying the same logic,
it's disgusting.
He's not a penalty outside the box, but he's coming behind him still. He's got his back to him. It's a foul.
See, the thing is for me, Nick, the one thing, if I'm talking to friends or people at work, etc., one of the best things about Primera is there is no VAR.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
hate VAR. No matter how yes, it can work in your favour, it can work against you, but I mean, Aaron Rosaleda last season on 3 occasions where the VAR were brought into play, and it just kills the fucking vibe. It kills everything.
It does. It goes back to that question, Luke. Do we really want to get promoted? Do we really fancy it? No,
this is the question. This is a question I ask myself a lot, and coming from that's a great ball. Coming from a content creators or news reporters or whatever the hell we are.
Selfish point of view.
I would love to see us drop out of the playoffs and stay in this league forever. They're telling us 6 months in advance. Kevin driving through.
Costs and benefits. It goes into one of those where it goes, at least we get to book flights knowing that the game will be on when we're there.
Exactly.
Positive. I'd save myself £12 a month if we went to Segunda because I'm not having to pay for FEFTV, which, to be fair, like as a product, I've actually thought is pretty decent. I've not had any issue with it at all.
I mean, we regularly say about it, don't we? It were quite. Me and Alex definitely said it last week. In terms of the Geary cast as a whole, would we be here right now if it wasn't for this? Because we can't we can't do a podcast about clicking on a live score event or something. If we had nothing to talk about, then we can't do it.
We're going to be sending Matt with a GoPro attached to his hat.
That is how it could have gone.
That's where we were going.
It really is. It really is. But as you were saying, Nick, we're now 63 minutes in. Malaga still created very, very little. For the guys in the comments, what's your next move? Is there anything you want to change? Other than we need goals. We really need goals. I mean, you look on the bench, Nick, you take out. Here we go. You're looking at Hernandez, Aviles, and Aaron Ochoa Maloney, basically, in terms of attacking moves.
I don't think there's an answer for it here. We're certainly starting to work the ball more into the box, aiming for Roberto.
The bad thing for us is as time ticks on, Linares is going to drop deeper and deeper and deeper, and you know that Malaga struggle to break things down.
11 men behind it already. Well, 10 men at the minute, I should say. Sorry, but like they are just happy to let you play in front of them as long as they've got the lead, basically. Fucking Sergio Pellicer would be a great Linares manager, but Roberto's through. Fucking, why are you stepping away from the goal like that?
It's just not dropping for us. Ramon on the edge of the area.
It's really not dropping for us. I mean, it's a smart move, smart football, but it's just not working for us at all. And Monte's got himself a bit of a foot race here. Does very, very well. But it's that killer ball. But learn from what's happened to us and just look for that thread.
Yep.
So we'll see. We'll see. It seems to be more Malaga, though. I will give him that. Last 10 minutes has been all Malaga.
First time, whip it. No, you didn't need that touch.
No, it's not like I say. It's just
the thing is, Nick, like we spoke about earlier, the balls are coming in, but who realistically we've got to head the ball other than Roberto? The Onis. That looked like he kept that in.
I thought he kept it in, but you were asking a lot there from Ferrero.
Dione seems to be
not that kind of winger. He's not a Kevin or a Larubi or anything like that, but
no.
You can see the pressure we're putting onto Linares now, when you can see Monte at the 18-yard box fucking making runs in, shows you we just need to fucking get at him.
Yeah.
Do something. And look at the Fondo Saw behind there. Rain, shine, win, lose, fucking going for it. It's stunning.
Pure praise.
They just need the players to react to it more than anything. Kevin in a foot race here.
Again, Kevin, well done.
Kevin, you know what? Kevin very much in the running for Biznaga for me. That Rentero, if he's not getting sent off, he's actually had quite a decent game.
Yeah.
He's fucking not putting up with anything. He reminds me of a Spanish Colin Cameron. Not Colin Cameron, sorry. Leon Court, that's the player I was thinking of.
Go. Fernando, drill.
Square.
Ah, fuck. What? I mean, that's a bad ball from Ferrero. That is to get there and do that. Come on, boys. Come on.
It's coming though. It's coming.
Yeah,
It's
I fully believe it is.
Building. Samuel Casado said the ex-Malaga man, he'll be happy that he's not had loads to do in this game on his return to La Rosaleda as well. That's poor. That is poor.
It is poor. It's really bad, that, from Ferrero. Some player what we praise so much for his decision-making. Thinking about it, Nick, if we do not take anything from this, I am going on strike of my Biznaga this week because this is a fucking huge opportunity for us.
It makes you worry the last, dare I say, 2 performances, maybe even going back as far as San Lequeño, 3 performances. You know, with Ceuta coming to town next weekend, hot in form, fucking got themselves into the playoffs.
Gary Cass made up.
It's all fucking, it's written on the wall already. I can see it. It says, don't waste your time. The thing I took from it is that I went online to buy my ticket today because I thought, you know what, usually it's 2 weeks out.
It seems to have changed more to like a 10-day kind of thing, I've noticed.
I think we put one game up at a time.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
And considering that this, to be fair, this is the first time in a while that we've had back-to-back home games at La Rosaleda. But I was like, I'm going to buy my ticket. I'm coming in a week. I want to buy my ticket.
The thing is, though, what's good is if you know you're going, you're going. If you know, whereas Segunda last season, you could buy a ticket for on game day 2. You could buy a ticket for game 39. You just did not know when the hell that game was going to be. Like I said to you, Nick, after the hour mark, this is where games start. Luckily, the refs just gestured saying the stops clock. However, Danny Sanchez goes into the book.
No, so you guys, what do you think at the minute? What is missing? Malaga undoubtedly on top. They're working the ball into the box. Do you think Dione's playing close enough to Roberto for your liking, Luke? Should he be getting closer and being more of a second striker rather than a right winger?
Interestingly, now you're looking at the way they're shaping up. I thought Dione was playing near Roberto, but he's not at all. He's more out here.
He's been hugging his touchline over here with Ferrero, hasn't he? Really, he's been playing off Ferrero. But
for me, it's just common sense. He's meant to be a centre forward. Play fucking centre forwards as centre forwards. You've got Ferrero and Kevin who are wingers. Let them do their bit. Get 2 bodies in the middle and let's attack.
In the box. Yeah, bodies in the box. So off comes as a change for Linares. It's Javi Duarte and Balanga is coming on for him. And then I don't want to make pre-aspersions, but a player called Janik, who very much looks the mould of Adama Traore. He looks mustardy.
He looks a beast. This guy looks a beast.
Fucking delts for days.
I would not put him down as a centre midfielder, to be honest. Go Roberto.
No. Oh, Roberto in a foot race here. Can he get the better of him? Does well to win the throw-in.
The tempo's been up by Malaga, at least.
Yes, Malaga are energy right now.
And then Dione gets the ball.
Puga so lovely.
Nice, Manu, nice.
Manu doing Manu things. We like to see that. Ramon as well, to be fair, in this game, he has just been quietly going about his business.
Yeah, he's kept it. He's been playing like Ramon. He's just kept the ball ticking.
Yeah. And does it in style as well in Preds, apart from he gave the ball away there. But we'll let him off.
I mean, there was a bit of a slip.
It's slippy out there. It's raining in the Costa del Sol. And if you've ever been in Malaga city centre when it's raining, in trainers, you know that it's a fucking ice rink. So
it rains.
Yeah, I forgive him.
Come on, Malaga.
That's it.
The things with Malaga, we normally say about this point that they've run out of ideas, but we've had no ideas. The ideas haven't.
No,
they've not started today.
Been lacking, but I can feel it coming. I can feel the momentum is very much with Malaga. Everything they do, whether when they're putting the ball through, at least they're drawing fouls, at least they're winning the ball back, they're getting free kicks. It's just missing that last bit for me.
Does
Dione
Dione slow play down too much, Nick, for you?
I think he does, but I think he's always. But we can't praise Ferrero for doing that and Molina for doing that, and then when Dione does it, sort of like go, he slows it down.
You dirty get.
Oh, he's left that one in there. At least he's rid that challenge quite well. Oh, hello. Cross in.
I always look back to the moment away at Recre Huelva. Dione, for the first time, he got the ball in his feet, one touch, out, smash, goal, 1-1. He looked like a number 9 then, which is what he's meant to be. Why don't we ever just give him that service as that 9?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Hello. How are you?
Hello, Ruby. As Puga attacks again, he's looking well, Puga, in the second half.
For the bonnet parade.
Maybe after the football.
Yeah, and you might have to.
Go!
Get it! Get in, Roberto!
Roberto!
Yes!
Ruby!
That's it.
Come on,
You're clearly the lucky charm.
Okay.
Ruby, you can stay. Sorry for shouting.
Oh,
girl.
I'm going to stay for the rest of the game.
That's it. That's the result, though. That's what you
I have
need.
no
Was
idea
that
what the
Ramon
goalkeeper
involved
was
as
doing.
well? Ferreira with the cross.
Do you want to know why my dad...
No idea what the goalkeeper's doing, but that is good dogmanship from Roberto in there.
You know what? That's the first time that, like I say, Rendero's been on him the entire game. He's had his card marked. His job has been to be Roberto Shadow. That's the first time that he's managed to actually get the better of him, and that is a proper striker's header, that isn't it?
It is. It really is.
No, not yet.
Nick, we're winning this now, mate. We are going for this.
Well, that's it. Momentum with Malaga. If you go and watch telly downstairs, we'll do the Easter bonnet parade. We'll have a look. Yeah.
But Dad, I thought you wanted me to.
Oh, do you want to stay? All right. If you stay, you got to be quiet. Yeah.
Okay.
Go on, sit up here. There we go.
Daddy.
There's currently 92 people watching you.
Great numbers. Great numbers again. Ruby, if Daddy says that Malaga score, put your fingers in your ears.
Yes. You go,
That's it. Because we don't know what's going to happen.
You're going to say, come on, Malaga. They want to know if you're coming to the game next weekend as well.
I will.
You sure?
You're going to come and meet us all. You're going to come and meet us
I'll
all.
go.
Guys, in the comments, 1-1 finally, 15. Well, we're talking maybe 20 minutes left. Is this Malaga's 3 points incoming? Linares now look all over the place, Nick.
They really do, yeah. And it lifts us back up to third as well, which is brilliant. You know, it doesn't make a massive amount of difference to the table, but just for confidence more than anything.
Interestingly, our friend, our amigo Christian Rodriguez has not been about recently.
1 point.
We hope to see him again. We hope to hear from him again. Unfortunately for himself, it's not going to be 3-0 Linares.
Yeah, he went for 3-0.
It's going to be a 2-1 Malaga. Is this, as Frederick said earlier, the late Ramon goal?
I think it was. Was it Aston who went for a 2-1 or a 3-1 maybe? So yeah,
we can find out. We can find out. It was.
I think it's stuck.
Anston went 3-1.
3-1.
I will take that right now, guys. I will take that right now.
Who has 3 and who has 1?
Keep that live, Kevin. Come on, keep that live.
Keep that what?
Come on, Malaga.
Live.
Shh. Come on, Ramon. Have a pop. Have a pop. Ramon's made a difference, though, to be fair. Like you say,
He really has. He really has. He's kept everything ticking.
In there.
As check the Geary Castle stock group, Nick. Matt's on a mad one. I'm surprised he can even type in this weather.
I want to see how it works.
As now, Kevin. Is it Kevin, Nick? Kevin's down injured.
Yeah, Kevin down there at the minute. It's obviously a bit of a worry considering he's just back from injury.
I
a bit
think
of a
it's just a
clash
landing.
between-
It's a bad landing.
Yeah, not ideal. And I think I just saw that Joaquin is getting ready to come on as well.
I can't argue with that, to be honest. Good energy out wide. Looking at the bench, I mean, what is there anything you'll change for this winner, Nick? Me personally, in terms of names, I don't really know what else to change.
No, but I think there's two players coming in here. Kevin just
Kevin's
coming off
coming off.
by the looks of things, limping, which is not great.
Aviles and Joaquin.
So Aviles, you always know it's Aviles because he's got his shirt tucked in, which I think the novelty of it when he first did it, I was like, oh, Aviles shirt tucked in, very nice.
I never liked it.
Now I just go,
I never liked it.
Why have you got your shirt tucked in?
Rentero comes off.
Well, we said before he wasn't completing the 90.
It's a strange time to do that, though, don't you think, Nick? 15 minutes left to take your big beast of a centre half off.
Oh, absolutely. So who else? So Puga's come off here. And then it's going to be Kevin for Aviles as well. So obviously very much precautionary. Kevin just back from injury. Don't want to lose him for another few games. So this is quite refreshing, actually. This is Malaga with 3 actual strikers on the pitch. Yeah. No wingers. Strikers playing as wingers, but obviously the national inclination is to cut in. So if we can't win a game of football with 3 strikers on the fucking pitch, I don't know what we're going to do.
Very true. Big 15 minutes remaining here in this game for Malaga.
What do we think in the comments, guys? Is this Malaga's game now? Would it be a point? Would it be a point gained or 2 points dropped?
Think about it.
He won't be listening.
No.
Inside here, though. Hocking just steps away with it. Big clearance. Ferrero brings it down very, very nicely. Here come Malaga once again. Danny Sanchez, who...
Go on, Avila. Show your pace.
Well, that's what he needs to do. Casaro comes out with a big clearance as well. Oh, Ramon, just with one to the shoulder. Pull back for a free kick. But, yeah, I think, for me, this is one for Malaga to lose.
Yeah, out wide again. Out to Joaquin. Joaquin drills it first time. Oh, no.
What Joaquin does for you, to be fair. Look where Joaquin's putting crosses in from compared to where Puga was. And I'm not saying Puga had a bad game, to be fair. I thought he was actually all right, but
he does a job, doesn't he? A
lot more direct, isn't he?
How is Ferrero still doing what he's doing on the 80th minute at the grand age of 308? He's dancing with it. Oh my God, how close.
Ooh, Roberto there. Still live for Malaga.
Guys who are just listening, it's coming. Malaga with applying huge pressure here.
Oh, yeah. Malaga are camped. Camped would be the word I would use on the edge of the Linares box. It is really Malaga.
Is this it, Nick? Is this shit or bust if we're going to try and catch Castellon, do you think? Is this that big of an opportunity?
No, absolutely.
To get closer?
Absolutely, I think. Don't get me wrong, this puts us, I want to say 9 points behind. Let me just double check for you, make sure I'm not lying to you. Even as things stand, with a draw, it's 9 points. Do we have a 3-game swing? Are Castellon going to lose 3 games in the last
advantage of
8 games? No.
With a Cordoba away in there, etc. This is big. This is going to be big for momentum, everything.
Pressure.
Totally agree with Frederick.
Yeah. Malaga need a win to keep any hope of taking the title alive, in my opinion. And it's Aviles now down this.
Offside again.
Onside, but offside. Okay, we're not very good at staying onside, are we?
No.
Massive
Today more than ever. Today's been more noticeable than ever.
Red boots as well. Shirt tucked in, white Under Armour, red boots.
Schoolboy.
Aviles is fucking
They are very,
21-year-old.
very high shorts. Very high
Tell
shorts.
me that isn't 21-year-old Luke Chambers over there right now. Shirt tucked in, red boots, white Under Armour, highlights.
Shirt
Look
untucked.
at your past.
Shirt untucked and maybe. As this looks dangerous.
Actually, it's dangerous. Linares,
Again, they've wasted chances, these. They really have.
He absolutely bottled it there. Trying to go on to his favourite right foot by the looks of things, but here they come again, well cut out by Aina. And here they come again in that resplendent green kit. And Herrero down low.
Offside.
Second massive save there. Brilliant. Even if it was offside. Fucking Herrero to the rescue again.
Oh, vamos.
There's just no doubt, in my opinion, that, fuck it, as I said to you earlier in the week, Luke, without Herrero, we'd be 10 points worse off.
Yeah,
100%. We would be where Recce are now. We'd be competing with Recce and Ceuta for a fifth place rather than...
That is a great ball. That is a great ball. Nearly. Hold on. Come on. Vamos. Corner. 3 minutes in. I'd like to see anybody score, but I'd like to see Aviles get a goal or something. And I'm his biggest critic. I don't think he's very good, but
it'd be good for confidence, wouldn't it? We always seem to have this kind of player come in like every season on loan in January and just be fucking passengers. Ball whipped in, good clearance from Linares. Fucking just gently jog after it. Come on, Joaquin lad, we've got a bit of time.
Yeah, we had that stage where from set pieces we were very good, and it seems like we're not again. How offside again? He's so lazy.
How the fuck are you offside there? I think Joni's got the right idea. He says, "Fuck off, linesman." Fucking shite.
He's tight.
He's fucking on by a mile.
It's a bold call. That's one of them. Without the assistance of AR, you probably just normally keep your flag down.
Yeah, I don't understand why he's put even his flag up there. He's on the other side of the pitch from it. The number 4 is clearly cutting his line of view, so he's edging his bets. Why would you bother? Just let the fucking game play.
Strange one. Frederick, in my opinion, Herrero is our best and most consistent good goalkeeper maybe since Kameni. Big words perhaps, but tell me who's better. Totally agree. I think I said on the pod midweek, I was devastated when Ruben Yanez left. I thought he was a great goalkeeper, but yeah, this is different levels. For me, it really is.
No, I agree with you entirely. It's a difference. It's a position that makes a difference. And don't go wrong, we've seen flashes from, like, even when Yanez came in, it was, he was nearly halfway through a season where he, took the number 1 shirt from Manolo Reina. Even when you look the back end of the season 2 years ago when we stayed up by the skin of our teeth and Amor Bieta went down more through their own fault than ours. And Danny Martin was playing well on loan from Betis, but again, he wasn't consistently all season a fantastic goalkeeper. He I think he came in for Danny Barrio about November time as well.
Yeah. Something what is refreshing as well, Nick, is that I have full confidence in Carlos Lopez when he gets his call up.
Yeah, well, like I say, young lad, he's clearly got a big future ahead of him. Like a lot of these Malaga players, to be fair, and it's at this level that they cut their teeth. So for me to have an understudy like that, it's good for the club, but you don't want to lose.
Is he onside?
Stay onside.
Again. Nick, have we had more offsides today than we're having the whole season collectively? Because I cannot remember the flag went up this much.
I think I'd agree with that. This fucking linesman's got... I almost said so. I'll tell you what I was going to say.
He's yards off. He's yards off.
But yeah, he's got his flag up constantly, but just look at the replay. He's definitely offside.
And this is where the gamesmanship starts all over again.
There's Ramon. He's saying, I know about injuries.
Yeah.
I'm a man.
My G, I've been out for a year. Come on.
Yeah, I have had every injury known to man. I'm actually a doctor now because I've had nothing else to do for the last 12 months. Oh, Do Malaga get an Easter present today? A massive 3 points would be huge.
We need it. We need it. As it looks like Linares are going to be making their final sub, I believe. I don't think there's anything else we could have done in terms. Pellicer could have done in terms of changes personnel. Could he have changed formations and stuff a bit? I don't know. We're probably looking into it a bit much there, but like you said earlier, Nick, we've got 3 strikers on the field effectively now.
We should be doing more. 3 strikers, Ferrero, and even Danny Sanchez as an attacking left back is the way to do it. So, I mean, it looks like Guzman's just going on for Linares Deportivo. That kit is fucking gorgeous, to be fair.
Yeah,
I'm tempted to buy that kit.
Coming from a guy who's very loose in terms of buying kits.
Yes, exactly. Like I say,
expect Nick in the pod to be wearing a. I mean, how do you find on Vinted a Linares kit? I'd like to know that.
I'll be at the next home game in the Linares away kit. Like I don't even care if it's I just really wanted this kit. It's beautiful. So, but Malaga need to do something. 3 minutes left of regular time plus extra time. There is 101 people listening to this stream who need a winning goal for Malaga. And will Malaga get it? Avila's now on the left. Looks back inside for Ramon. Get a shot away, Ramon. Go for it. Monte, once again, the centre back up from the back. Into Dione. Dione surrounded by 3 Linares players.
David Ferrero is not 35 years old or whatever. He's not. He plays like a 21-year-old winger. Every time he gets the ball, a step over. Shite.
That's not good. That's not
Nick,
good.
Did I just hear you say 101 people have currently viewed him?
So I get the insight of these stats, and they show them up on the screen all the time. Currently, 101 people have their eyes on the stream,
guys.
Which is insane.
Thank you so much for all you.
Absolute shit about a 3rd-tier Spanish football side. Oh, lovely football from him. Can Dione keep this in?
However, if we score in these next 5 minutes, guys, all 101, it will be worth it. And I hope you join us bouncing up and down. But Malaga need this goal. We need a big 5 minutes.
They really do.
How long do you think will be added, Nick? I don't think they'll be long.
They won't be long, but I think, like we said before, if this is the litmus paper of Malaga's title contentions, if they don't win this here, especially with the pressure that they've had in this second half, Sanchez,
he's got to drill it across there, hasn't he?
He should do, but he had his name in lights there. He thought this is the one for me, but as I was saying before, this is the one where if Malaga drop points here, 9 points off Castellón, it would leave them. Don't get me wrong, they're up to 3rd, but it really does become
it doesn't really mean much, does it? It doesn't really mean much.
No, it just a goal and momentum.
Huge.
And like you say, some favours here and there from other teams.
6 minutes added on in La Rosaleda.
Yes.
For anybody who doesn't know the current playoff situation, so we're obviously in Grupo Dos. We play teams from Grupo Uno. So if you finish 2nd place, you play 5th place. If you finish 3rd, you play 4th, vice versa. So, in truth, if we don't win the league, if you finish 2nd, I suppose you get the best draw. Well, it doesn't even work like that, does it? You don't get there's no best draws. When you're in a playoff, it's a fucking lottery.
Oh, it's an absolute.
It really is. Yeah. How many times have we seen it in EFL where the 6th team who's 40 points behind whoever goes up?
Yeah, but it's as you said there as well, Luke, to be fair, for me, when you look at, the league table on the other side, it's a much more, I don't want to say competitively, because it's not, if Malaga were in that league, they'd be 2nd behind Deportivo by a point at the minute. So we've got some runners away in this league. But again, it comes down to who would you rather play. Because in theory, in my mind, just looking at the way that league looks right now, you'd want to play a B team. Do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, Barca Athletic and Celta Fortuna, they'd be B teams, but you're playing kids. So your opportunities are probably better off if you're a seasoned football club playing against a group of kids. So in my mind, I go, well, actually, at the minute, Ponferradina probably looks the harder game. So if we finish second, we'd be playing Ponferradina. However, if we stayed where we are in third right now, we'd be playing Celta Fortuna, who, don't get me wrong, they're also within 3 points of Cultural Leonense. So there's still plenty of movement to be done in there. But if you get that third, fourth at the minute, you're either playing potentially one of 5 teams, potentially. Because there is only, 6 points between second and sixth.
Yeah. I think there's going to still be quite a lot of change in Grupo Uno, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Like you said earlier, Nick, I believe it's only Recre or Ceuta in ours.
Yeah, really just
we want to keep this journey going. We want to keep Castellón in our sights. They can't keep toying with that. We're getting closer. Then when we make a mess like Linares at home, etc.
Well, this is it now. Looking at the league table, Algeciras currently in 7th, Alcayano and Antequera in 8th and 9th respectively. They're all on 41, 42 points. The gap to Recre is up to 48 now. Ceuta, who have won the last 5 games on the bounce, 49 points. My
God!
Oh, fucking hell!
Roberto smashed the bar. Corner ball, Malaga.
Rattled it against there. Point blank header.
Danny Sanchez whips the ball in. Roberto smashes the bar with a bullet header. Fuck.
That is the difference. That is the difference between. Yeah. Oh, dear me.
Malaga corner. This is it. Einar goal.
Well, like you say here, Linares, with San Fernando winning as well today, this is Linares playing for their lives. They've dropped back into the relegation zone now as well. They're currently in 16th. So they'll be
head injury. This will see him a good minute or 2 out. And a lot of the time, when players are down, they don't add the minutes on sometimes. Fucking hell, how close? Have we done enough to get 3 points, Nick?
I think in the second half, I feel like we have. I feel like we've done enough to get it, but it's...
You cannot, if you're chasing a title, you cannot play like you did in that first half.
No. So just look at the league table here, Luke. Ibiza without a win in 8 games. I think they might just have enough of it.
Very strange.
Yeah.
Well, one thing we can say, Nick, is, for example, the players they took from us, Javi Jimenez, Escassi, I know Alex Gallar, maybe not, but Ibiza chose the experienced role with the players they signed. Is there a touch of longevity in there, maybe?
Well, for me, like I say, looking at it this way, Ceuta are only 6 points behind Ibiza now. At one point, that gap was something like 18 points. Ibiza were very much toe-and-toe with Castellón for a lot of this season. Ceuta are only 6 points behind. Recreativo only 8 points behind. Could Ibiza even fall out of this race for promotion?
There's a lot of fun to come in this division. It is. It's a cool division. It is. I know at the beginning of the season we joked a bit about who the fuck are we playing? Who's this Bay team? Who's this? But and that's shite.
That is absolutely shite. Here come Linares once again. Still a danger that they could take it. Oh, that was nervy. That was nervy.
But yeah, it's a decent league.
It's uber competitive because
offside again.
The big thing about it is that you cannot go unlike say like a Wrexham, for example, or a Stockport County of years gone by. You can't go and buy like players from the league above who are quality, happy to drop down to that level because you're going to get paid a fortune. In this league, everyone's shopping in the same market. You know what I mean? Everyone's looking for players that are willing to maybe not play Segunda football or, like, say, promoting from youth. The good thing is that Malaga have got the appeal to both, whereas a team like, Atletico Baleares, you know, oh, do you want to play Primera football and come and live in Mallorca? No, not really. You know, I'm being perfectly honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Not
sure,
really. I'd rather do the same and
Yeah.
you know, live in somewhere like Valencia and go play for Alcoyano.
I'm sure every person in his chat knows the ownership issues with Malaga, etc. Yes, we are a very, very big fish in a small pond kind of thing, but it doesn't always work. Like, you ain't just going to attract somebody like you. The great example of Wrexham, you ain't going to get ex La Liga players in it straight away and all that kind of stuff. You've got to make your player.
Exactly. There's only the one that you can actually name of, and that would be, you know, Lucas Perez dropping down from La Liga from Cadiz to go to
the love of the hometown thing, wasn't it?
It's his club, it's his hometown.
Yeah.
So
as we enter 97 minutes, we're a minute and a half over. Malaga on the counter attack. This is it. This is literally it. Manuel Molina whips it in. Flick on.
Oh, always kept it live. Fucking come on.
Whip it. It's got to be whipped there. Danny Sanchez, corner ball, Malaga. 97 minutes. This
Don Alonso up from the back. Get him up from the back. Fucking keeper up.
Why not? Why not? We're in the playoffs, aren't we?
Imagine a diving header from the mullet. That's what we're hearing about. Aviles does very, very well there.
Very well. Come on, this is it.
Very, very well. Ferrero to take the corner here for Malaga. 98 minutes on the clock. Ball in. He's leaning. No, waved away from the referee there. Monte looking for
that's it, Nick. That is it. I think
he's pointing away somewhere. I don't think it's quite full time just yet.
Aviles. Yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah, there we go. There's the linesman.
Fucking hell.
Well, it finishes 1-1 here at La Rosaleda. Linares coming away with probably a decent point for them. Doesn't stop them from dropping it into the relegation zone in Primera RFEFA. Malaga themselves do climb up to third in the league at the expense of Ibiza by getting this point, but you'd like to think now, Luke, that is possibly the hopes of a title win out of the window, because that 9-point gap to Castellón with only 8 games to go is probably a bit too big now, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, come on, we're expecting a miracle as it is anyway, but days like this is reality of, are we good enough to get the points? Never mind what anyone else is doing. Castellón could lose every game for the remainder of the season, but can we guarantee that we take advantage of that? I don't think so. We're not consistent enough. But I suppose we didn't lose, but I'm not taking any positives from that. The main thing for me is we got 45 minutes out of Ramon.
Yes, that's going to be the next question. How do you think Ramon played in his first bit of action this season? And I'll just say this as well, just as we're looking across the Rosaleda, the sun's coming out as well. So at least everyone can enjoy the rest of Easter Sunday and Semana Santa with a bit of sunshine in Malaga too. So not all is lost. But
I didn't expect it, Nick. I know Frederick's put not unexpected. I expected today them to turn up a bit. I mean, you're looking at Castellón and Cordoba yesterday. I know Cordoba didn't win, but they're scoring 3 and 2 goals apiece. We don't look like scoring too much.
Well, do you know what? Like, we look at it this way and we say, like, oh, well, we've drawn against Linares here. In the exact same vein, Cordoba have drawn at home to Merida. And it becomes that fight or flight element of it. And there are going to be teams down there at the bottom of the league at the minute who are fighting for survival.
Yeah.
Because the trapdoor is not a usual trapdoor. It's not 3 teams down or 4 teams down. It is a 5 teams down. Yeah. And if you get sucked into there and you lose your way, then, you know, you are into the fucking mire of
100%.
The craziness of the Spanish football pyramid.
As it's showing you now, on RF TV, again, the Linares, like Matt said at half time, there is a great Linares backing, and hats off to them guys. Yeah, I thought Linares was not a bad team, in all honesty, but we should still, if we're the Malaga, what we think we are or expect Malaga to be, we should be taking 3 points there.
To avoid a cliche, I'd say this was very much a game of 2 halves. as we are joined by a man who got to witness both halves.
He's got out very
Hello,
quick.
Matt Harrison.
I have got out very quick. I just, it was just funny. As soon as I joined, the first words I heard were it was a game of two halves, and I think that sums it up perfectly.
Yeah.
Did we do enough,
definitely.
Matt?
What do you think? That second half, happy with that one? Obviously, not great to get.
Yeah,
a
I
point.
thought we. Yeah, I think we could have. I think we were really good second half actually. I know you guys have just seen in the WhatsApp group, I'm just Ramon, just mad.
He's back.
Just having played and not played for a year. Like I was sort of because he's one of my favorites anyway. He was my favorite for Kevin turning up on the scene. So I was like watching him. I was like, please be as good as I remember you being. He was unbelievable. I thought Ramon. Like everything he did was just spot on.
He made it look easy.
I don't know if like you. Sorry, go on.
No, we're just saying, Matt. He made it look easy.
Yeah, he did. And to be honest with you, like I know Gennaro's a more sort of combative midfielder, but I'd stick Ramon and Molina in my midfield every game now if Ramon's fit enough. He was brilliant. Just everything he did was spot on. It was like so many times it was just like these simple passes, but then they like cut they cut their midfield open and they led to like us attacking. And I don't know if you guys saw on the if it came across on TV. He was properly like bossing people around in midfield. He was like pointing at people. Yeah. He like looked like the captain. He was. I think. Although it's obviously disappointing to have a point, if we're going to take any positives from this game, it's got to be him. He was I think one of the best 45 minutes of football a player has done in a Málaga shirt this year. I think he was that good.
We were saying, Matt, definitely the positive was Raman, but you've got to be looking the next steps, surely 60 minutes, 90 minutes. So can we expect to see Raman start next week, do we think?
This is the problem, really, isn't it? Because even at the end of last season, where I think we might have even said it on the podcast at the end of last season, if we could keep him fit, we would have stayed up. He was that important. So I don't know what his fitness is like if he is going to be like one of these players that's always injured, but he's just like absolutely joyous today. I just loved watching him play today.
We're already thinking.
I was just turning to the guy behind me, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
There's definitely got to be a podcast name for Monday, Tuesday, which is like Ramon Resurrection, Easter Sunday. It's got to be in there, hasn't it?
Yeah. It's just
sorry. One of the questions we were posing them is that with that draw and the results this weekend, Castellón back to a 9-point cushion. Is that Malaga's hopes of winning a title gone completely?
Yeah, I think so. And to be honest with you, when we've done the podcast and things you guys put in the WhatsApp groups and stuff, I think I've perhaps been a little bit more accepting of the playoffs than you guys are a little bit more optimistic, I think. So I just think now we need to work out how to score more goals, basically, and that's what the next few weeks need to be about. I thought that second half, it's just I was looking at the plays on the pitch in the second half, and I was like, oh yeah, Dione's there, and then you got David Ferreiro, and Kevin went off, and I still don't like Aviles, but I was like, this is a good team. So if we can just find out how to get some more goals, I still think we can go up in the playoffs. But I'm convinced there's no chance of anything other than playoffs now.
I think the problem is, Matt, better than anybody. Me and Nick said it. The one word we struggle with all season: creativity.
Yeah,
but we've got to be more ruthless.
Yeah, absolutely. We were sort of creating a bit more today, I thought, in that second half.
The issue was, like you said perfectly, and Nick said at the beginning of this conversation, it was a game of two halves. That first half, we had one shot. We had 0 corners, nothing.
All right, okay.
Yeah, that's that's not good enough, is it?
Equally as well, should probably say, I think that probably the second best player for us today was probably Alfonso Herrero again, who made some brilliant saves. He's
he was at his usual antics, wasn't he?
yeah. But yeah, like I'm happy. I'm sort of positive about that performance in the end but you know, don't like a point against a team that's in the bottom half. But
No.
I might have teared up because it stopped raining for the last half hour. So
Morris's, Matt. Morris's.
Yeah, Morrissey's now. Well, that's why I left the stadium quick because I want to watch Manchester City, Arsenal.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea. And the Patron will be on ice later.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I will. I'll do. I think like as you probably guessed, I think it might be in a toast to Ramon Enriquez. Yeah, it's all right today. Is what is.
We keep going, guys. We keep going.
We got Ceuta next, and obviously you guys are over. I've convinced this Ceuta Peña to come to join us next week. Well, I haven't convinced them. It's been put in a WhatsApp group, my invitation, apparently.
Yes.
So they're deliberating.
As long as they're friendly, we're all good.
Oh, yeah, they're great. They're great. Like I said, they're the ones that took me to a nightclub in Ceuta. So, and I don't think I paid for a drink all night. So I was sort of saying, like, you know, can I buy you some drinks? So,
these sound like good guys.
They are, yeah. Anything else to add? Not really. The Rosaleda a bit not as boisterous as previous weeks, which is understandable.
We just showed you a minute ago, Matt, the Linares fans, and like you said, hats off to them. They look like they're
they're
good.
They were good. There was a few in Barcelona, Madrid, actually. Yeah, it's a big day out for them. It's the river. There you go. Look at the river.
Yeah, the water.
The lovely river.
It's got some water in it. Well, yeah, fair play to actually. And to be fair, sorry, I didn't say this. I actually thought they played really well as well. They were tricky.
Yeah. A big question as well, Matt. Before we wrap up this live stream, the Linares away kit. Are you a fan?
I couldn't really see it because I wasn't big on the colour because was it green with a bit of gold on it? I couldn't quite work out.
Racing green with gold trim. North Therapy United-esque.
Matt, Nick's bought it. Nick's found it and bought it.
I'm buying it already. I'm buying it. I don't care.
Yeah, I guess so. I didn't dislike it, but yeah, it was all right, I guess. I do generally like green shirts. I'd have to have a look at it properly, but yeah.
Well,
so I suppose at the moment I'm convinced. I wasn't like gushing over it, I guess, but
no, I was quite nice.
To be honest with you, I was just a lot of the game was me just thinking,
Ramon
trying to stay warm.
Try.
Yeah, so I probably didn't.
It sounds like the sun's due back out tomorrow, so then you can think of us thinking about not being warm.
I can't wait. God, I'm so Spanish now.
Well, we'll wrap that up. We will re-look over everything this week. So the preview show will be out. The review show will be out on Monday or Tuesday. Like I said, look over this draw with Linares. Thank you, Matt Harrison, for joining us straight from La Rosaleda. Always welcome.
Thank you very much. I hope we've had a good stream, and thank you to everyone that's listening with you has followed along. Exactly.
The peak of this stream was 104. Just so put that out there. 104 people listening to me and Luke talk shit. Luke Chambers, thank you. Oh, you're that way. Luke Chambers, thank you very much for joining me as well.
Thank you as always, mate. Absolute pleasure. I know we didn't get the 3 points, but we love doing this. We love Malaga. We love everything. Vamos, Malaga.
It is, and a massive Vamos, Malaga. And without you guys at home, there would be none of this absolutely going on. So thank you again for joining for this English alternative commentary as Malaga take a point against Linares Deportivo. essentially ending potentially their title challenges. But however, we still have the playoffs to look forward to. So thank you very much for everyone for joining us. Vamos Malaga. Adios. We'll see you next time.